high in the sky, its pale light spilling over the quiet town of Plainfield, Wisconsin. The year was 1957, and the night was still, too still. But beneath that peaceful glow, something dark and twisted was stirring. This is the story of Ed Gein, a man whose name would become synonymous with true horror. Ed Gein was a quiet man, the kind of person you might not even notice. He lived alone on a secluded farm just outside of town. To his neighbors, he was shy, a little odd, but harmless. But behind closed doors, Ed was anything but harmless. He had a secret, a dark obsession that would soon come to light. Ed's obsession began with his mother, a stern and overbearing woman who filled his head with tales of sin and damnation. When she passed away, something inside Ed broke. He began visiting graveyards under the cover of night, digging up freshly buried bodies and bringing them back to his farmhouse. But he didn't just collect them, he used them. Skin became masks, bones became furniture, and body parts, well, they became trophies. His farmhouse became a house of horrors, a macabre museum of his twisted desires. But Ed didn't stop there. One night, under the cold glow of the moon, he crossed a line. A local woman named Bernice Wardens disappeared from her hardware store. When the police investigated, they found her body in Ed's shed, gutted like a deer. The town was in shock, but the worst was yet to come. When authorities searched Ed's farmhouse, they uncovered horrors beyond imagination. Human skulls used as bowls, a belt made of nipples, a lampshade made of skin. The walls seemed to whisper with the screams of his victims. Ed Gein was no longer just a quiet farmer. He was a monster. Narrator: Ed was arrested and declared insane. He spent the rest of his life in a mental institution, but his legacy lived on. His crimes inspired some of the most infamous horror stories, from Psycho to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But the real horror was what he did under the moonlight, in the shadows of that quiet farmhouse. Ed Gein's story is a chilling reminder that monsters don't always lurk in the dark corners of our imagination. Sometimes they walk among us, hidden behind a mask of normalcy, and sometimes they come out under the moonlight. If you found this story chilling, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true horror tales. And remember, when the moon is full and the shadows grow long, be careful who you trust. Good night.